People, listen to me. If you are retired, or you are getting ready to step into those golden years, and you are thinking about opening a cozy little cafe, a bakery, a food truck, or taking over a neighborhood diner, I need you to sit down, grab a pen, and hear me loud and clear. Your retirement money is sacred. You worked decades to build that nest egg, and the absolute last thing you should be doing is hemorrhaging cash on software and technology that you do not need, cannot use, or can't afford. Now, one of the biggest questions I get from folks entering the restaurant space in retirement is this: Susie, is TouchBistro a good POS system? They see the sleek iPad screens. They hear about all the fancy features, and they want to know if it's worth their hard-earned money. Today, we are going to stand in our truth about TouchBistro. I am going to tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly so you can protect your cash flow and make a smart, safe financial decision. Let's start with the problem. When you step out of the traditional workforce and open a food business, you are facing a whole new set of fears. You're worried about technology passing you by. You're worried about training young staff on complicated software. You're worried about the internet going down on a Friday night and losing thousands of dollars in sales while customers sit around frustrated. And most of all, you are afraid of hidden fees eating away at your profit margins until your dream business turns into a financial nightmare that drains your IRA. So, is TouchBistro a good system? The short answer is yes, for specific types of food businesses, but only if you understand what you are buying. TouchBistro was built from the ground up specifically for the restaurant industry. It's not trying to sell shoes 1 minute and brew espresso the next like some other systems. Because it runs on standard Apple iPads, the interface is clean, visual, and intuitive. If you can use a smartphone, you can learn TouchBistro in an afternoon, and more importantly, your high school or college-age staff can learn it in 5 minutes flat. That saves you time, energy, and stress. Another huge benefit, and this should give you real peace of mind, is its hybrid offline mode. Listen to me. If the internet drops in your area during a storm or a power blip, TouchBistro doesn't just shut down and leave you in the dark. It keeps running on a local wireless network inside your restaurant. You can keep taking orders, processing tables, and sending tickets to the kitchen without missing a beat. The sales sync back up to the cloud as soon as the connection comes back. That level of reliability protects your cash flow, and cash flow is king when you are living on a fixed or retirement-supported budget. TouchBistro also shines with drag-and-drop table management, menu adjustments you can make on the fly, and tableside ordering that lets servers take orders directly at the table. That turns tables faster, gets food out hotter, and keeps your guests happy. But wait, do not sign on that dotted line just yet, because now we have to talk about the danger zone, and this is where so many retirees get burned. The fear everyone has with software is fee creep, and TouchBistro is famous for it if you aren't careful. They will reel you in with a base price that looks very reasonable, around $69 a month for the core software. You think, great, $69 a month? I can afford that. But hold on, that $69 only gets you the basic front-of-house software. Do you want online ordering so customers can order off your website without paying massive fees to third-party delivery apps? That's extra. Do you want built-in customer loyalty programs to keep folks coming back? That's another add-on. Do you want advanced labor scheduling, reservation tools, or gift card management? Extra, extra, extra. Before you even realize what happened, that $69 starter fee has ballooned to $200, $300, or $400 every single month. On top of that, you have to buy the iPad hardware up front. Can your small business afford $400 a month in software subscriptions before you've even paid for flour, butter, or payroll? If the answer is no, then as I always say, denied. You also have to look closely at payment processing. TouchBistro pushes its own integrated payment processing system. While having processing integrated directly into your point-of-sale system prevents manual data entry errors, you must shop those processing rates like a hawk. If you are paying 3% or more in credit card fees because you didn't negotiate or didn't compare rates, you are throwing away thousands of dollars a year that belongs in your bank account. So, what is your actionable takeaway today? How do you decide if TouchBistro is right for you? First, define your concept clearly. If you are opening a full-service restaurant, a busy bar, or a multi-table cafe where table management, split checks, and fast kitchen communication are vital. TouchBistro is a top-tier contender that can genuinely help you run an efficient operation. But if you are opening a simple coffee shop, a small bakery with 3 seats, or a retail store that happens to sell jams, TouchBistro is complete overkill. A simpler, lower-cost option like Square might give you everything you need for a fraction of the cost with 0 monthly software fees. Second, do an audit of what features you actually need versus what is nice to have. Do not let a pushy sales representative bundle you into loyalty platforms or marketing add-ons on day one. Start with the absolute minimum base system. Build your sales, get your daily operations stable, and only add paid add-ons when the increased revenue strictly justifies the added monthly cost. Third, demand full transparency on processing rates and contracts. Do not lock yourself into multi-year agreements without knowing your exact merchant fees, equipment costs, and cancellation terms. Remember, in retirement, flexibility is your friend and debt or long-term liability is your enemy. Opening a business in your retirement years should bring you joy, purpose, and financial freedom, not sleepless nights over software contracts and shrinking bank accounts. TouchBistro is a powerful, reliable, user-friendly tool for the food service industry, but only when you control the costs instead of letting the costs control you. Protect your money, stand in your truth, and make every dollar work as hard for you as you worked for it.